Welcome to the Vue Diagram tutorial. In this video, I will show you how to save and export a diagram in the Syncfusion Vue Diagram component. You will see how to save and load a diagram as a JSON string and file stream. I will also show you how to export a diagram in different file formats. First, I open a Vue application containing a diagram component with nodes and connectors that renders a flowchart. To learn more about integrating the diagram component into a Vue application, please check the Getting Started video linked in the card above and the description below. Let me run this application using the npm run dev command. The diagram canvas renders with the specified flowchart. Next, I will show you how to save and load the diagram. A diagram can be saved using either a JSON string or file stream. First, let me show you how to save the diagram in a JSON string format and load it using the same string. I will use the Syncfusion Vue button component to save the diagram. So I install the Syncfusion Vue buttons package by running the command npm install @syncfusion ej2 vue buttons. The installation is now complete. In the app component, import the button component and define it in the component's property with a name. Add a division tag in the template and set a class name for better alignment. Within it, add the EJS button tag and set the content to save. Set a class name for alignment. Add the click directive and assign an event handler. In the method's property, implement the onSave method. To access the related APIs, in the diagram component, add the ref attribute. Within the script tag, declare a diagram instance variable. To define this variable in the export default statement, use the mounted function, define the diagram instance by accessing the $refs object, and assign the diagram objects ej2 instances. Using this, you can access the diagram component related properties. To save the diagram as a JSON string, in the script tag, declare a variable diagram data. In the onSave method, set the variable with the diagram instance's saveDiagram method. Next, to load this saved string as a diagram, I add another button with the content load and set the click directive event handler as onLoad. In the method's property, implement the method onLoad. Use the diagram instance and call the loadDiagram method by passing the data as an argument. In the style tag, import the ej2 vue buttons styles and implement the division tag class style to align left and set the margin at the bottom. Implement the button class style for the right margin. Here I press the function 12 key to inspect the page and add the debugger in the onSave method to show the saved string. When I click the Save button, the diagram will be saved as a string in the variable diagram data. To show the load operation, I select and delete all the elements in the canvas. I click the Load button. The previously saved string is updated as a diagram in the canvas. Next, I'll show you how to save and load a diagram as a file stream. First, let me save the diagram as JSON data to a file. For that, I create a function called download by receiving JSON data. This function will perform the necessary steps to initiate the file download. I create a new anchor element using the document's createElement method. Set the anchor element's href attribute to an URL representing the JSON data. I encode the JSON data using the encode URI component to ensure it is properly formatted for an URL. Then I set the download attribute of the anchor element to specify the file name for the downloaded file. Append the anchor element to the document body. This adds the anchor element to the web page. Call the click method to programmatically trigger the click event. This simulates a user clicking on the link, which initiates the download process. Finally, I remove the anchor element from the document body to keep the DOM clean by removing unnecessary elements after the download is initiated. To call this download method, I reuse the same onSave method. I comment out the existing code, call the download function by passing the diagram instance's saveDiagram method. When I click the Save button, the diagram is saved as a JSON file. Next, I will show you how to load a diagram using the file stream. To upload the JSON file from the local path, I am going to use the Syncfusion Vue Uploader component. So I install the Syncfusion Vue Uploader component module by running the npm install at syncfusion ej2vueinputs command. In the app component, import the uploader component and define it in the component's property with a name. In the template, add a division tag and set the style to display none, so that this uploader component will not be visible in the webpage. I will use a button component in the webpage to trigger the upload option for better visualization. Within it, add the EJS uploader tag and set the async settings property with the name file uploader async settings. In the data function, define the file uploader async settings property with the save URL property. Assign a valid service action link, which is necessary to handle the upload operation on the server. Next, I will implement the operations to be executed once the JSON file upload is successful. In the uploader component, set the success event with a property name, file upload success. In the methods function, define the file upload success property with a callback method name onFileUploadSuccess. This ensures Vue.js event handling pattern, and this component remains reactive and maintains separation of concerns. Within the script tag, implement the callback function on FileUploadSuccess by receiving an argument containing the uploaded file. To read the file, I define a reader variable and assign a new file reader object. Using the reader variable, bind the onLoadEnd event with an inline arrow function and call the diagram instance's loadDiagram method by passing the reader's result as an argument. The file reader's onLoadEnd event will be triggered when the file reading operation completes. I call the reader's read as text method and pass the argument file's raw file property. It is best to set up event handlers before starting asynchronous operations to ensure they're ready to handle events as they occur. Next, I will retrieve the uploader component and trigger its browse button's click event programmatically to initiate the upload operation. To access the uploader component's browse button, I need to access the division element and its child button element. To do so, in the onLoad method, comment out the existing code. Use the document's query selector method and pass the class name of the division element that holds the upload button of the uploader component. Again, use the query selector method and pass the element name button. Call the click method so that it triggers the browse button's click event programmatically. In the diagram canvas, to show the load operation, I select and delete all the elements. When I click the load button, the file selection dialog pops up, allowing me to choose a JSON file. You can see the diagram loaded using the already downloaded JSON file. Next, I will show you how to export a diagram. This Syncfusion Vue Diagram supports exporting in PNG, JPEG, and SVG formats. To export in PNG format, in the template, add one more button component with the content export, and the click event with a handler name onExport. In the methods property, implement the callback method onExport. Within it, use the diagram instance's export diagram method and pass an object with properties, mode with value download, and format as PNG. To make the export-related functionalities available, I need to import the necessary module. So, in the J2 Vue Diagrams import statement, I import the print and export class. To inject this module in the export default scope, I use the provide option, pass diagram as the key, and set print and export as value. When I click the export button, the diagram is exported in PNG format. A particular region of the diagram can be exported. It can be exported based on the given page settings, content, and custom bounds. The default value is content. Now let me show you how exporting using page settings value works. In the export diagram method call statement, set the region property to page settings and set the page height and width properties to 800 pixels. This statement will export the diagram in these page settings dimensions. When I click the export button, the diagram is exported in the PNG format with the region 800 by 800. Similarly, I can print the diagram using the print method. In the template, I add one more button with the content print and the click event with the event handler on print. In the methods property, implement the callback method on print. Within it, use the diagram instance's print method and pass an object with a property mode with value data. When I click the print button, the diagram is prepared for printing and displayed as a printable document. To customize the print region, I copy and paste the same code from the export diagram method call so that I can print the same region as mentioned in page settings. When I click the print button, the diagram is prepared for printing and displayed as a printable document with the region 800 by 800. In this video, you have seen how to save and load the Syncfusion Vue Diagram component as a string and a file stream. You have also seen how to export the diagram in different file formats. You can download the example used in this video from the GitHub link in the description below. I have also included a link where you can check if you're eligible for our community license, which gives you a free license key for our entire Vue suite. If you found this video useful, click the like button and subscribe to our channel to get notifications about new videos. Thanks for watching.